He was perfect. 10 tiny fingers and 10 tiny toes. Everyone said he looked just like me. We brought him home from the hospital to his freshly painted nursery and spent the next few weeks in a blur of feedings and diapers and sleep deprivation. We were exhausted but happy. He was about a month old when he came into the kitchen while I was making morning breakfast. He had an odd look on his face, one I'd never seen before. I asked him if he was all right. "There's something wrong with that baby," he said. I dropped the pan of eggs and ran down the hall to the nursery. He was on his back in the crib, kicking his chubby little legs and looking up at the mobile above him. When he saw me, his mouth opened in a wide, happy grin. I lifted him from the crib and turned around. He was standing in the doorway. "He seems fine to me. What's wrong with him?" He struggled for words. He said something. He spoke. I looked down at the baby snuggled to my chest, an infant who could barely hold up his own head. "He must have made some sound that you mistook for words." He didn't respond. "What did you think he said?" He hesitated. "He told me to eat shit," he finally said. I couldn't help it. I laughed. His odd expression changed to anger. I mean, come on, he says a dozen things a day that sounds like eat shit. He left the doorway, his face stony. I followed him down the hall. "Why are you so upset about this?" He spun around to face me. "Because he—" She jabbed a finger at the baby on my chest, looked me dead in the eye, and very clearly said, "Eat shit," with enunciated T's and everything. And he slammed the door in my face. Things got worse after that. He heard the baby say many terrible things, none of which ever happened in front of anyone but him. He gradually stopped caring for him, refusing to feed him or hold him or even be near him. I became his sole provider. Eventually he broke down. It was inevitable. He'd stopped eating, stopped sleeping. He'd stopped eating, stopped sleeping. I found him one morning in the bathroom, his stiffened, lean body lying in a tub full of water and blood. After all the official people left, taking with them my dead husband, I went into the nursery to lay my son in his crib. I unsnapped his onesie and removed the tiny speaker. I looked up at the mobile, with the camera hidden inside the zebra. It was so easy to sink real words to his senseless babble. I decided to leave the camera. It was a good baby monitor. I kissed his forehead and turned off the light, closing the door hallway. I could hear his gurgles and coos as I walked down the hall to call my boyfriend and tell him it was done.